early aggression, but it's actually a north side arcade pinch. It looked like Koi, after only finding the Cypher, thought the hit was going to go over towards A, and now they're caught slightly out of position, all playing over towards CT, try and fight out of these smokes.
Yeah, heavy blitz on the way through, and you can just see Koi paying that respect as well, backing out. But there's still a little bit conscious, potentially a plant coming on the A side of here. You can still see the sky hanging out that way, but surely the call comes in here that everyone is hard hitting their way through. Plants going down, still watching out for the flank, but now Koi have got to battle their way back into the site. They just conceded control of. Perfectly timed TP out as well.
A couple of kills being traded back as Heretics find a few. benjyfishy showing up in the first round. He is silent and a killer. We're not even seeing him on the screen as he finds two.
Just keeping himself busy for sure.
Camera spots above their Viper wall. So they actually just broke it there, went played for the orb. Kills traded out, and keloqz has ultimate. This is a very winnable round now for Heretics.
Sure enough, they're going to force sight here, commanding respect from the side of Koi. Showstopper not needing to be fired just to command space, but they've done just that. Out it comes. A freebie and finds two for the price of one himself on the back end of it, but it's still two falling down. Site control once again conceded, and Heretics have got what they need. Maybe not, actually, as trexx. There's a little bit of damage. AvovA comes in with the trade. koldamenta into another. AvovA's got it all to do. He found 3 at the end of last round, but he's already so low here.
Spike planted.
Has that teleport to work with, though. Sky Flash actually does clear him in heaven, gives the sound out. Just holding that breach stun off of the contact, and they find the one. That's absolutely perfect. That forces Heretics to accelerate on the south side. They've already opened up the door into sand.
Yeah, I mean, they're pushed deeper in towards Dish here, which means sight is slightly exposed. AvovA's going to find a freebie, and that is sight completely clear. They're in a spot here to get the spike down. Clearly not fully aware of that themselves, but Koi are starting to swarm back in.
Mixwell's so important here on the flank. The retake ult is coming in as Mixwell finds one, but trexx is already onto site.
That's it. Now look out towards the scars come through. They managed to get in a spot where that spike is down on site. Not yet planted, so it's a lot of work for Heretics to do.
Mixwell just trying to provide some cover there, dropping down smokes, working together with AvovA to give that coverage. Now A main has been opened, though, so there's nowhere comfortable to play on site for Heretics. Planting back behind pillar. It's just that first angle on stairs they got to deal with.
Mixwell's going to be the big factor here as well. If he can just give a little bit of relief to the two players on site, this could be huge. Sees one of the ropes as well, but not going to find him first. Wolfen connects, and now things are looking dire for Heretics. Outside of a hero play, AvovA, he manages to get a trade, brings it down to a 1v1. Wolfen's just snaking his way around and finds it. And again, another cam's going to tag out here, push through. They see it, sees the leg, and that's all he needs to know. A little bit of leg, and it's going to lead straight into an ult. And they burn through Mixwell on his push in. Great first find.
I think that was a stun off of starxo's dog as well. You don't just insta-snap the ulti coming on through there, so a little bit of a trap play setup, and now the ultimate straight into sight.
Stick this as well. I think he's going to at this point as well. Immediately off the back of it as well. The paranoia comes across, but clearly didn't find Wolfen at first. Finds one for himself. They flood on towards the site, and starxo finally on the board, have nothing to his name coming into this round, but has done a lot of work here to make sure Koi come out on top. keloqz all by the smoke, they're ready.
It's about to get real spicy. This dog runs into the site for this one-up rope, so looking for a fight down there. That's on trexx. Trexx finds the first one as they push out through the smoke. A little bit of insanity, and through all of it, Mixwell lurked into arcade, got up onto site through tower.
I think that was so close there. You'd have lost the Viper and the Viper's Pit in one stroke, but managed to keep himself on side. Seeker's coming out on top as well for Heretics. They're starting to get in, but Mixwell's gone down. Viper's Pit's offline. This is a good ender.
Yeah, looks like keloqz has to find this fight on the south side. No starxo is in the area off the ult that came through.
Flash comes through. They know that he's here as well. Pretty much a guaranteed direct 1v1 to come through, though. Comes out on the swing, but we're still in the animation again, and it's gone out. Tagged down as a result. Now AvovA's got to do it again. His third 3K of the game is calling.
Shadows traveling.
Gotta go fast. Gotta go real fast, my friend. Spray comes through for them. And here straight away, the push is coming on the north side. We've had the Sky Flash come out towards Dish. They know that no one's there. And now they've got to make it happen. Showstopper's out. starxo cannot get away from that one. Stopped in his tracks. Out comes the hack as well. This one should be a comfortable round coming out for Heretics if they can get away with this execute.
That was wicked from keloqz, just putting the team on his back in that round. How does the retake come through, though? sheydos has just about full util. No aftershock, but it's koldamenta fighting into main that's going to be so important. I think calling sheydos into this is going to be their best way of battling back.
Oh, great flash sync as well coming out. koldamenta on the swing off the back of the breach flash. Beautiful little bit of team play coming out from Koi, but AvovA's here and waiting. Almost gets sheydos, but not enough to put him down.
Through all of this, Benji was able to find a kill. There's also a late reflank coming in from Boo. Took the zipline from north side down here. Benji goes for the swing. Benji, he knows how to play.
He was truly formed.
He's an entertainer, okay? You gotta give him the respect.
Truly formed in the flames of British esports is the way I'll summarize it. Now, trexx there tried to go pretty big at the start, as you saw the double hop through to try and get aggressive on towards spawn, but Heretics, they heard those blast pats going off. They knew what was coming. They dealt with it well.
Trying to find this regress. This will be big if they can hold on to dish control. Mixwell isn't able to find it, so now two players sort of peering down on you as you have to get the spike out of main. Paint shell's called in, but Wolfen does get a timing on it, not looking to take the fight too early.
Planted.
So the rest of the team's still rotating in.
Clearly skipped the tripwire that's on site so far as well, have very much worked their way around it, but spike is down, and Koi once again have got to fight their way in.
keloqz finds the first.
Sky Flash came in as well at a great time for the swing to come out. There's still one more there that I don't think they're fully aware of. Wolfen will find one, and that's a little bit of a stab in the back, but just couldn't quite convert the round. So we know they're good on the attacking side. Defense is going to be the difference maker.
Yeah, they're zooming on in here. They have the read off the Sky Flash name main. The B is going to be soft. There's a judge up in heaven. Dog did scout that out, so here comes the pinch. If it comes at all, Heretics taking their time as he just drops straight on down. Two players waiting for him, though. And it's all down to this double flank from starxo and trexx to turn it back in Koi's favor.
Lost the coin flip there, looked the wrong way. Could have been left or right. He chose left, and turns out it was wrong. They've got the site control, not yet committing to the spike plant.
They don't want to plant because there's still a Brimwell. If you plant and slant here, you are literally cooked.
And just run. It's going to have to be the answer from it. Still, here we go on this one going down with trexx being picked off there. They're not going to commit towards an ult here. Now it's trying to see what they can do. starxo finds one for himself. All comes out on top. Suddenly, Koi start flipping their fortunes, but it's still a 3v3.
Yeah, the roast Sky for dinner there. Here we go. benjyfishy flashed, has to fall back just a little bit. Both players towards tower. Pretty easy to isolate now for Koi. Another flash to fight on in.
Flash. Can they swing in and find kills? No, Mixwell's there to respond as well. The only player that wasn't flash goes big. Benji finds,
and then keep screaming.
And then you watch Vinny, and his face never changes whether they win or lose.
Yeah,
like the most neutral guy in the world.
Spike down.
A general air of disappointment. I feel that everything's not 100% perfect.
Even when he's happy, it's pretty chill.
Oh, the spike is in a bad
They are
spot.
trying. Oh.
Koi are sending it though. Oh my word! You guys have the spike, but they're still going ham. sheydos finds the kill.
I love it. They had the deep smoke against them, put one down themselves towards spawn side, and used that to push through the first smoke to actually aggress on the back of the showstopper. Really good aggression from Koi, and it's a great response to the aggression we keep on seeing coming out of Heretics.
A whole lot of time to work with. Here's keloqz fights back a little bit.
Jesus, honestly. This is a battlefield, and right now, Koi are coming out on top.
Didn't we nerf how many bullets are in the guns? I know we couldn't spam these quite as hard anymore. Watch spawn, though. It's a Viper. It's a Mixwell looking to find the lurk, but there was already a trip placed. Wolfen is so aware of what may end up happening, although looks like he just jumped over that thing.
He's got away with it.
30 seconds
I mean, I'm surely he can't get away with this, but they've got to do something. They're sat on the spike, all three of them, and somehow AvovA and Mixwell have got to make this push work. It's going to have to be a joint swing coming out here, though, as well. It could go wonderfully, or it could go tragically.
Yeah, he has to open the door. He has to tell him he's coming on in there. They're pushing on forward. sheydos finds his third with the Spectre.
Beautiful.
Get that online for some late round info.
Here we go as well. Showstopper out on top as well. Comes out with that one. Doesn't even find a target. That is not ideal for keloqz. Still, 1 for 1. In fact, 2 quick kills going back the other way. Down to a 4v3 for Koi, and Tower's where it's at. Benji loves being in this spot. Another big 2K for himself. Now on the march on forts, and they get the pings onto these last 2 players. A right time swing here could very much end the round.
Yeah, smoke will block this off, but starxo still has plenty of scouting options available. Finally, AvovA was able to get back the team. He gets ult. He has the spike now. He could potentially move over to the A site, and I think Kolda is kind of reading that. Kolda's already gone for the rotation over to that area.
They're all going. I mean, both of them by the looks are trying to step away.
I think it's a fake ult. It's a fake ult into a B plant again.
No.
No, he commits it. Oh yeah, see, he's gonna come back.
Bit of a scout. And now they're gonna go for it as well. At this point, they've got to hang around mid because they don't have any idea on exactly where the commit is.
Left.
starxo could be the hero in this round, though. He's got to step forward and get a couple of big kills.
AvovA's got to be close to having a second flash. Yeah, 5 seconds back on that one. So 2 flashes sort of locks these players into main. Although he goes for the spike plant, or the site smoke. That's the one. Now he goes to the spike plant. He's doing it all. Very impressive.
Won't find the cross, but just in case TP's out safely. Right, 2 players hold up inside a tower. What can they do at the back of this one?
Oh, that's the last smoke used too. Nothing to guard
Flashes,
off tower.
they've got 2 flashes to play with.
Just
those.
a molly and a bird.
And the bird might just be enough here to give them what they need, but got to try and find the man. They know that he's there, he hasn't rotated away. But it's the fear of what if he steps out and goes to the spray? There's no molly left here. There we go, starxo, finding style of play. But let's see how the second half plays out. And again, you're seeing Koi coming in with their style of a split here as well. But I like, again, the immediate aggression coming in. But look at this coming in behind them as well. The pinch could be horrific here as well. Kolda absolutely slaughters them. Wolfen in for the third. Heretics have crumbled here in round 1.
Look at the smokes they put on site too. They didn't want to deal with any site players. Pistol plan coming on through for them as Wolfen finds this first one. No, benjyfishy is going to be taking it. A little bit isolated for now, but still a 2-player advantage off of a really nice play, kicking things off.
Here we go. Benji to be the hero.
He's fishing.
benjyfishy. He's fishing.
Yeah, there you go.
Goes fishing pretty well, finds one for himself, but Mixwell's got 3 to find. He is on full HP, treks down to less than half. Doable, but extremely difficult, yes.
It's like some kind of a joke. A fisherman and a bartender walk into the A site, smoke. They can make it so that if anyone was to go dish, there'd have to be investment. They hear that flash over towards B now, so they're going to rotate off a dish.
Smoke's down.
Is that commitment?
Yeah, potentially they look for a reflank south side after the dog spotting nothing.
The breach flash was enough just to keep 2 players interested for long enough that they can now hit the site in a 5 versus 2. B site is gone at this point for Heretics, unless we see some real big hero plays coming out. He's in a good Mixwell! And again, the man goes Oh, this could be timing. They're all around the corner looking the right way. Can't even find one, unfortunately. Trexx takes half HP, but he's not going to be too worried about that one. Now comes the full-on charge out towards A.
Yeah, I think that's why they showed the boom bot. They were looking for a little rewrap, a little false information put towards B main. Now, of course, with those Seekers, they're going to realize the A site's open. Just the player of AvovA they can look to trap in A main. They have double satchels, they do. Satchels into A main, they want to punish the Omen, and they do. Trexx finds everyone, 3 kills before he... Here we go, though. Heretics, they have an op in the hands of keloqz.
Fire in the hole!
And they're gonna run.
They're loving this satchel pushing towards site, and once again, space has been made. Everyone scatters, and no one's here. Which really is going to be enough indication for Koi that, okay, site feels relatively safe for now. Smokes are down, they've covered everything off. This is going as well as it could possibly do for Koi.
And they can hold post plant for a long time. Brimble, mollies, paint shells, everything they've got it. Trexx continuing to step on forward. Now the spike was canceled. The plant didn't go through, but they have the Cypher to reclaim. And now having to invest the ultimates, they don't just get spammed out on the opposite side. All that post-plant util is now being spent just to fight back against Heretics, who are finding ways back into this site.
Just one at a time, one at a time. Finally, the spike does go down, so now the pressure flips onto the other side. Heretics in a much better position here than what Koi arguably were on their previous retakes of this site. Again, think about the aggression we saw in towards mid with the util stacking. But here it's on the south side. It's an absolute demolition. keloqz, still with the op in hand, is hoping to find anything, but no one's giving him a time at the time of day.
It's all on AvovA here. Find something. Sees Wolfen in the corner, gets it. Can't quite turn around for the other, and now it's just the operator against the world. No time.
Finds one for himself, but still must know that there's one more here. Knows that he simply has not got time. Gonna have to let this one tick out.
Had the numbers advantage. A little bit easier to look for aggressive plays. All this time around, it is a very early Sky Dog about towards Dish, and Quayer's blitzing into sight. They already have tower.
That's it, Molly's in, smoke's coming out, everything they need to really make their march forward work. Wolfen's in, all comes out on top of it as well. Dream start for the side of Koi, Showstopper comes in over the top. Not going to find the man, but Heretics really trying all they can to push back in. Seekers also came out on top of that one as well, but look at this. sheydos is ready and waiting with that rolling thunder to come rolling across, and sure enough, there it is. Catches out 3 players, finds one for himself, but can't quite find the last. It's a 2v3 for the side of Heretics.
Not unwinnable. keloqz is very low, but Boo has a couple of flashes here. Gives the heal over to keloqz. They're not even going for the flashes. They just want to find some kind of a fight. Real nice end early. The plant, the post plant, the retake, just not going to happen. Heretics have to get out in front of it. But they played B site so passively, so on site. Now playing off, as a matter of fact.
Here we go.
Oh no, trexx has the read!
Finds his man as well, Boo down below. That's all they need though, that one entry's enough to give them site control once again. Heretics, they struggle to win these retakes as we've seen all half long.
We'll give it to benjyfishy. Has that north side flank coming, but he is zooming in. starxo hurt him. has to win
towards
it.
his left. starxo has been on fire, but it's Wolfen. Even cancels out the opportunity for that 1v1 and gets the close down. Koi, they are absolutely demolishing Heretics here. They'll take